Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it, sucker? We just got finished watching the goddamn pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, AEW. It was amazing. And when I say amazing, RIP to WWF, WWE, or any variation or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. They're dead to me. You're dead. Period. This was amazing. I am Macc Sicc Tha Don, a.k.a. Akhenaten, a.k.a. Tutankhamun, a.k.a. Tahuti Son, and welcome to Ring the Bell. This was just an amazing show from beginning to end. This is what WWE should be taking notes on. And if they're not taking notes, then they tremendously screwed up. Okay? Let's jump right into this shit, okay? Because this is just so powerful. It was such great. It took me back to when I was a kid, and it just had moment after moment, and there was what WWE would call WrestleMania moments. I'm gonna call Double or Nothing moments, and there were Double or Nothing moments where they went all in. They went Double or Nothing, and then they'd say, you know what, it's time to cash out on everything that we worked hard for, and I commend them. AEW do get the golf clap for me. I loved it. Okay, let's start off with the buy-in. The buy-in was very important because they had the Casino Royale, or Royal, I like to call it. And this was a very interesting take on how they did the Battle Royal. I really liked it. You know, they basically had 4 cards of people, basically. So they pulled the diamond, they pulled the heart, they pulled the spade, they pulled the clubs. And 4 different wrestlers in each group would come out, and they were added to the deck, I guess you could say, the ring. Okay, and then there was the Jack, or I guess not the Jack, the Joker, which is Wild, or the Wild Card, whatever, and the Wild Card ended up being Adam Page. Now, that I expected already because they had to, you know, shut down the match between Adam Page and Neville, or Pac, but I expected that. However, let's just talk about some of the people that was in the match. We got to see the former Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears, in this match looking wonderful. Everybody in this match did some amazing things, but Hangman Adam Page is the one who ends up winning. At the end, there was 4 people. It was Jimmy Havoc, which is a very good. I was very surprised how much I enjoyed watching Jimmy Havoc. It took me back to the old school ECW days, old school hardcore days. It gave me a sense of, oh my God, once again, yes, this is what I needed in my life. So it was Jimmy Havoc, Adam Page, MJF, and the last person was Luchasaurus, which is another new person that I just come across. And for most of us, a lot of these people are new. But Luchasaurus, great character. I love the character. Anyway, first and foremost, the first person that was eliminated out of those 4 was Jimmy Havoc. And then the second person eliminated was Luchasaurus. And then the last person eliminated was thought to be Adam Page. However, he held on, came back in, hit one of those crazy ass lariats, what is it called, the buckshot lariat, and literally took MJF out, tossed him out. Now your winner, Adam Page, he gets to go on to get a one-on-one match for the newly minted, beautiful AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And when I say this title is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen, it is beautiful. I love the title. It is so far removed from what that 24/7 belt. A fresh air after seeing the 24/7 title to see this beautiful title, because oh my God, it is an amazing title. But moving on. So the show starts, and they come out. It was Cody Rhodes, Brandy Rhodes, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks, they come out and they do this little spew about how they sold out this, that, and the third. There's over 20,000 people there. And Cody basically says, it's only 13,000 people here. And Matt was like, oh no, this is pro wrestling, so we got to round up. And so basically Cody says, oh, well, we just broke the record, MGM Grand record for 20,000 people. This, that, and the third. All that being taking shots at the WWE because, they be fabricating their numbers and attendance and things like that. But, Cody and them really sold out. So, a golf clap to them. So, moving on. We go into our first match. And this is SoCal Uncensored versus Strongheart. Now, this match was such an incredible match. It was so high-flying as a tag team match, as a 6-man tag team match, as a tag team in general. The segment in general. This is what tag team wrestling needs to be. Period. There's no reason why we can't get this every single time we see a show. Whether WWE, whether New Japan, whether Impact, whether AEW, this is what I want to see, period, point and blank, when it comes to tag team wrestling from now on. And we're going to talk about the Young Bucks match later on. However, this is what I want to see. That's what I want to see. We're in a new day. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back to the great days of wrestling. Okay? So the next match was Kylie Rae, Nia Rose, Britt Baker, and then Brandy Rose come out, and she says, don't look at me like I lied to you guys. I told you guys that, you guys have a chance of winning this, that, and the third, this, that, but I wanted an awesome match, and they don't have that at that moment. So what ends up happening is she introduced another contender for this match, which it just so happened to be one of the greatest female wrestlers who's ever done it. Think about it. Awesome Kong. Yes, Awesome Kong comes out, and this match becomes a great females match. It becomes a great match in general. Not just for men, not just for women. It was a great watchable match, and I hate that that Awesome Kong didn't win. However, Britt Baker won. I guess it's for the setup for the storyline. And oh yeah, I know I didn't tell you who won on the last one. SoCal Uncensored won the last match, but moving back into the forward. Britt Baker won, but I believe that it was only because they were trying to set up this match between her and Alisa, I think her name was. But we'll talk about that later. Moving on. The next match was Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, the Best Friends, versus Jack Evans and Angelico. And this match, oh my God, when I say this match was so ridiculous, it was redonkulous. It's not just ridiculous. I have to create a whole new word, redonkulous, which means it was a jackass donkey plus ridiculous. Put them together, it was just a jackass donkulous freaking match. You guys have to see it. That's how wonderful it was. At one point in the match, we get "This is awesome" chants, we get AEW chants, and this was just early on in the show. We had Ryo Mizunami and Hakuru Shidea versus Aja Kong. Okay? Yuka Suzuki. I'm murdering these names. Yuka Sakazaki. I know I just murdered her name. And Emi Sakura. Now, all of this match from beginning to end was just on point. Super fire. Super fire. Super fire. It was the best tag team match that I've seen in a long time that had women in it. It was the best tag team match that I've seen thus far with anybody in it in the match. I mean, on the show. So they picked a great match to go right in between, to be like, you know, the middle buff in between SoCal and Censor, the Kylie match, the Best Friends match. So this is match number 4, and it's like dead smack in the middle, somewhere around there. So they picked the perfect match to put in the middle because it kept everything going, kept everything popping, and I was ready to go on further and go all in with AEW. So next we get the whole Dustin Rhodes versus Cody Rhodes, and this was one of the best matches ever. And when I say ever, I mean ever. It was a really good match, one for the history books. And it was, you know, something that was amazing that I loved seeing was kind of the theme of the show, which was basically the older generation moving out of the way for the newer generation, and it's becoming that situation where people are now, you know, given the spotlight rather than the older or the elders in the company trying to hold on to it. So when Cody comes out, his wife hands him the sledgehammer. Y'all know what that represents. And there's a throne by the entrance. So he hits the throne with the sledgehammer. And it busts it. It blows up. And we all know that's basically Cody Rhodes and AEW taking the shot at WWE. Triple H, who's been holding the keys to the castle, holding the keys to the city, holding the keys to heaven, so to speak. And he's shutting down the king. He's shutting down the throne. He's destroying the anarchy, and he's creating a new. And his wife, she screams, "Bring it down! Bring down that generation. Bring down all that attitude bullshit." So this is actually one of the greatest matches on the card. Earl Hebner comes out and he referees. We even get to see Brandy Rhodes spears Dustin Rhodes and get tossed out of the match. And this becomes an issue for her. She's screaming all over the place. And comes DDP, picking her ass up and taking her ass out of there. And see, this is what I loved as well. There was a lot of legends in on this show. We had Tommy Dreamer at the beginning in the buy-in match. I'm sorry, in the Casino Royale match. We had, you know, it's just so many. I'm like, I can't even speak right now. That's how excited I am. Speaking of legends, now it's time to present the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And guess who they have to bring it out? None other than the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret motherfucking Hart, the Hitman, comes out with the belt, presents the title, and then we get, you know, a couple of issues going on here. We get MJF comes out, and he starts talking all this yap, 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 yap. So now Jungle Boy comes out, and as MJF is trying to walk off, he tells Jungle Boy, "I ain't trying to get into no prepubescent pume, whatever, And then he goes to walk off. Boom! Then comes Jimmy Havoc, and Jimmy Havoc comes walking out. Now Jimmy Havoc, Jungle Boy, and Adam Hangman Page, because he was out. Bret Hitman called him out because he is the number one contender for the title. So they're all out there whooping on, with the exception of Bret Hart, is out there whooping on MJF's ass and getting them the hell out of there. Then Bret Hart pulls out the title, shows the title, nice big beautiful title, and we go on to the next segment. So the next segment Match number 6 is the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers for the Triple A Championship. Now, this is the only title match on the card, and this title match did not disappoint. Not me, not anyone in the stands that I heard. This match did not disappoint. And you heard that ding? That means I was correct. Anyway. So, this was the best tag team match I've ever seen in my life. Period. Point blank. This was the best tag team performance that I have ever seen in my life. And this is what we've been waiting on. Finally, we get to the last match. Kenny Omega versus the GOAT, Chris Jericho. And trust me, they get into it. This is a gruesome match. This is a very brutal match. Blood everywhere, just like with the Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes match. It was a wonderful match. There was nothing about this match that didn't scream main event, okay? So Chris Jericho ends up getting the win, which was surprising because 3 out of the 4 VP executives were crowned as winners. And Kenny Omega was the only one that wasn't, which was interesting. But then, as Chris Jericho's out there talking his shit, John fucking Moxley, a.k.a. Dean Ambrose, comes out and he just hits Jericho with the dirty deeds. He hits the referee with the dirty deeds. He tried to pick up Kenny Omega and hit him with the dirty deeds. But Kenny Omega started kicking some ass. So now it's John Moxley, Kenny Omega, and they're going through all through the crowds and all through the shits. And I know and I hope to God that this is a setup for Fight for the Fallen, because I never knew that I needed a Dean Ambrose, a John Moxley, a Kenny Omega match. But now I know I need a John Moxley, Kenny Omega match. This was such a wonderful show. And trust me when I say this, WWE is either going to have to step their shit up or we're going to be putting flowers on their gravesite next Monday. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. All it takes is one good show. Now, we've seen it with all only to show you that they can do it again, which they have. This third show, it's going to be the nail in the coffin. And I guarantee you, if WWE does not do what they're supposed to do, which is up their talent, up their game, up their storylines, I guarantee you, we're all going to be taking some flowers and putting it on the gravesite, R.I.P. WWE. And then it wouldn't stand for a walk with Elias. It's going to say, where was everybody when AEW came and dropped the hammer on you bitch ass motherfuckers? I'm Macc Sicc Tha Don. If you guys want to win the $1,000 gift card, Visa gift card, all you got to do, hit that subscribe button, hit those comments, tell us what was your favorite match out of all the matches on this brilliant AEW card, and then also smash that like button, or don't smash it, either way. But if you want to win, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you comment, and make sure you leave what was your favorite part of this whole brilliant situation. Now, I gotta let you guys know, I'm too excited to go to sleep. I'm about to mix this shit down, send it out to you guys, and rewatch the show. Pay-per-view, baby. We're going all in. This is Ring the Bell, and now you can ring that motherfucking bell.